Welcome back, dear readers, to the 7th episode of Canonwalkers. I'm Scott, your GM, as always, and I think when we left our players, things have been getting a bit more radiant. Vardah said the first ideal, bonding Poahu as his peak spread to become a stone ward. That was, of course, when they were talking to Tylin, who they figured actually was the Herald Telenalot Alin, Herald of War. He was able to pinpoint the location of his honor blade for them as the burned city of Rathalis. So our group is headed out there next. However, before they could do so, they were waylaid by the infamous Bright Lord Meridas Amaram. Does he just want to talk? Or does he want to talk with these fists? I guess we'll see how our group handles him as we return back and peel back the covering on this next episode of Canonwalkers. All right, welcome back, everyone. Episode 7, we are in the war camps. We just had a life-changing moment for some of us, talking to Tylin, the Herald of War, in the temple complex of the Kholin war camp. You guys were able to sneak in pretty well and sneak out, but as you were leaving, you are stopped by a man in green, which I think is where we left the cliffhanger for last session. And the cool part about this session is we get to start where the cliffhanger was, and we get to see what happens after the cliffhanger. I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. We
Let's
didn't just skip over
that's
the
how
reveal.
Stories work.
I guess, yeah. You know, props to Brotherwise for not just leaving us hanging here. So you guys leave the monastery and the boundary wall. Make your way past other buildings in the temple complex. You nearly make your exit when a shout rings out. Stand down, all of you. There were some soldiers at the guard post. They poked their heads out. They turned to see a tall man wearing a green uniform. He's got chiseled features and light tan eyes. The famous Alethi hero, Bright Lord Amaram, smiles at you broadly. Anyone that has Alethi expertise knows this man on sight. Anyone that doesn't is probably able to infer that he's at least an important figure. He approaches you, your group, and says, "I'm sure this is all just a misunderstanding, but I've been hearing about your exploits in the war camps and the questions that you've been asking. Perhaps if you told me what you've learned, we could be allies in whatever it is that you're seeking." And then he looks at you like in a normal conversation and expects a response.
Real too stunned to speak.
Real quick, we did hear the announcement that Dalinar had made about him being the leader of the Knights Radiant.
You didn't hear the announcement, but you heard rumors from the soldiers about it. Yes, yeah.
So given what Vardah just experienced, he is immediately not going to trust Amaram.
Okay, all right.
Is Vardah
Nmra
still mildly glowing at this point?
Is he what?
Glowing at this point, or has he like faded back to a normal status?
It's nighttime.
Vardah,
So any glowing would be bad in my mind.
Yeah.
I would say that there is a little bit of a latent glow that you have to be close to him to see because of his clothing, his wraps.
Okay.
His skin is glowing, but I guess there are enough, infinite venting in his wraps that it diffuses pretty well outside of his clothes.
Just knowing what we experienced with Tylin and kind of the glowing nature that can exist, and still being confused about what that means. I'm just going to step in front of Vardah so that like line of sight is a little confused.
Yeah. That makes sense. Amaram focuses on you. What have you to tell me?
Nmra steps out from behind Vardah and like does a little respectful curtsy almost, and she's like, "Oh, Bright Lord, I'm not sure what you've heard of us. There have been so much talk today, but we've heard of your appointment from Bright Lord Dalinar, and congratulations is in order." And she's clearly trying to appease to this man's giant ego and get him to not talk about himself and stop asking us questions.
Okay. Cool. So, as you guys are not immediately spilling your guts on everything that you've been talking to everyone about and learning from Tylin, we're going to enter into a conversation. So go ahead and give me, Nmra, a test on... I don't know, it's not really deception, so maybe persuasion.
Okay.
Ouch.
A 5 is does not beat his spiritual defense. Farav, you have a question?
Farav, as like the Alethi that he is, like immediately like kneels and sees this man as like what he proclaims to be.
Oh,
Can it be that with Nmra's like low roll, like he just starts telling the truth and how that be the failure?
what do you mean? Nmra's failure? You're taking on Nmra's failure vicariously?
Yes. So Nmra, you said that didn't pass, and so I don't want the blame to fall on Nmra. I just want to make
No. You can give this to Nmra. I feel like she's been riding way too high recently.
Yes, Nmra failed the test. So
because the game master wants you to have the opportunity to also fail a test.
Yes, you have the opportunity to either make a test, or if you do just want to start spilling, that's a separate thing that you can do. But Amaram is wise to your obvious flattery and kind of looks down his nose at you, but doesn't even give you the...
That's not fair. I am short. He doesn't have to like rub that in. Looks down his nose. Of course he's looking down his nose at me, Scott. Come on.
Well, okay, sorry. I'll stop using English idioms.
Yes, you should. You should.
Right.
You
Use
absolutely should.
ones.
Okay,
Exactly.
adverbs only. He looks at you condescendingly.
There we go.
Okay, great. And he condescends down to your level and says, I'm here for information, not flattery. And then he looks over. Then he goes over to Farav and says, you look like a strong military man who respects the chain of command. Tell me, what have you learned?
About which part? Well, it started when I was looking for ore, and then I'm so sorry, I have to tell you the whole story.
No, skip ahead, young man. Skip ahead.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir.
Tell me of the honor blade. Tell me what you've learned from the Herald.
Yeah, Spark's probably going to interrupt because she doesn't really care for his kind of demanding attitude.
Makes sense.
And she's going to say, "Who do we answer to you?"
As this is a conversation, I am going to make you make a test, along with every contribution to the conversation that you want to make. So what do you want to? Do you want to make that intimidation? Do you want to make that? I could even see discipline or leadership or something.
Probably. Spark's probably going for intimidation.
Okay.
Just
Go
that,
ahead and,
Okay, all right. Let's hope this is not
go ahead and
terrible.
roll. I mean, it was kind of an intimidating thing to say. So,
But the dice don't agree. That's a 5 + 5, so it's only 10.
yeah. No, that's another failure. And I'm actually going to have you lose a focus.
Okay.
And returns your gaze coolly and says, "Yes, actually, you do. Everyone does in matters that relate to the Knights Radiant, of whom I am now the head. Shardblades heralds all of it. I need to know everything that you have learned about it. Will no one answer me?" And he looks at the
We are
group as a
not
whole.
Knights Radiant.
Yeah, could I? I'll do a lore check. I'm happy to have that be part
Okay.
of the conversation.
Okay.
What I'm trying to think or remember from Shansa, the person that we got the words
Yeah.
of radiance from.
Yep.
I think there's a difference between the Knights Radiant and the Heralds, and so that's what my lore check is about, to try to remember
Okay.
that.
All right. Yeah. Actually, they're
Oh,
separate.
I'll actually use so hard.
Okay.
It's an overall 23.
Yeah.
And so I'll step into the conversation and just say the Knights Radiance don't actually have that much to do with the Heralds. They're two completely distinct organizations, and I don't believe that your authority is an authority over the Heralds. May I ask, what is it you think is going on here?
Yeah. Good job. He loses 2 focus. That was good job. And he says, I think that we have a herald in this camp, and I think that there is an honor blade that must be carefully guarded. Any information that you've learned about it needs to be given to the proper authorities so that they can take hold of it. I'm concerned to have the future of the world in the hands of a group that has no authority through normal means or through the Alethi hierarchy.
Well, lucky for you, sir, we don't have the world in our hands because we don't have any information. We don't know what you're talking about. This is some type of confusing rumor that you've heard.
Cool.
We're just doing a favor for a friend.
Amaram is going to use his special ability called Jarring Insight, where he is able to read his enemy with practiced ease. So he's going to make an insight test against Tylin against your discipline. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll a discipline test.
Okay. I got a natural one.
Okay. So Amaram succeeds, and you lose. You gain a disadvantage on your next contribution into this conversation. He kind of dresses you down and puts you in your place a little bit. And what do you want to do with that complication? Do you have any ideas of what to do with that complication?
Oh, I thought the complication was the disadvantage on the next roll. You're saying
No,
there's something
that's
else.
his jarring insight ability.
Yeah,
Complications on top of that. If
well,
not,
yeah.
I think the default would just
here's
be to
something
lose
that
one
I would
focus.
like to do. I would
Okay.
love if we could wink and nod, and that complication dice could just roll to null. We'll see. But it wasn't a dice, but you know what I'm saying.
Wink and nod. Oh, you know. Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm gonna get roasted for this because it's not really the rules. This is the GM prerogative. You see in the darkness your little friend that you've been seeing, the light through glass, prismatic light, and that steals you. So you do lose one focus, but I will say that because you see this spren that you've been slowly kind of forming a little bit of a bond with, why am I allowing this? We turned a complication into nothing. But narratively, yeah, I'll go along with it. I think it's cool. And yeah, so you don't lose the focus. You regain one focus.
Thank you, GM/spread.
Yeah. Farav, you have a question?
Can I propose something? Is that Farav?
Yes, I believe Amaram is not currently married, so go ahead.
Can I propose that I tell him about about what we've had with the honor blade, that we know it's a fake, but then can Farav do an insight check of his friends to understand they do not want to tell him the place, and if that succeeds, lie about where we were told it was?
Okay, so give him some information, but deceive him on some other information. I think instead of an insight, I know that you're pushing for insight. I think it would rather be a deception, though, if you're anticipating not telling him the whole truth.
The insight is more so reading the Canonwalkers group, because Farav very much like, this is Mr. Alethi. Like, with the exception of Dalinar in his mind, this is about as high, and especially with Bold Knight Radiant things. So he does not want to lie. But I would like the opportunity for the group that he has now grown a part of, the friends he has made, to affect that decision.
All right, sure. Yeah, go ahead. This is not going to... I don't think this is going to affect Amaran's focus. I think this is you determining what the rest of the group feels so that you can then make a decision of how you want to contribute to the conversation. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yes.
I mean, I see it. Like, roll the insight, and then based on that roll, I'll react a certain way, or like encourage everybody else to
all right.
react.
Go ahead and roll insight.
Okay. Can I add the plot die per chance to raise the stakes?
If you would like to. Yes, I was going to have you raise the stakes on the next one, but if you want to raise the stake twice in a row, go ahead.
No, I'm scared. I'll add it. Oh boy. That is going to be an opportunity and a 15 plus 2, 17.
All right. 17. You see that the rest of the group, I'm guessing if anyone feels differently, please call out, is reticent to tell Amaram anything. And they would like to obfuscate as much information as y'all have gotten from Amaran as possible. How would you like to use the opportunity? I've got an idea, but I want to, leave it up to you if you have an idea as well.
I do not have an idea. My stomach is in knots because the player did not want him to fail, but I wanted Farav to have that chance to fail.
Great. Okay. Opportunity. It's going to be really boring, but you get advantage on your attempt to add to the conversation with Amaram, your deception. And I will, if you do want to do that still, are you going to talk to Amaram?
Yeah, he'll be like recounting the story, telling, we went to see the Herald, and then he told us that his honor blade had been taken to, and then he'll pause, and then he'll look around.
And then as he looks around, I will be glancing like around Amaram and just hopefully joined by Vardah in our silent.
Nmra also is going like, stop it. Stop it.
Perfect.
Even the little pup is like,
Vardah's just going to slowly ease a knife out of the folds of his wraps.
This went from a wholesome moment of Farav like deciding to respect his friends more than his hierarchy to, now I'm scared. So I'm going to give myself raise the stakes and
give yourself advantage on your deception test, and you can give yourself advantage either on the d20 or on the plot die, whichever you want.
I feel like I'm gonna give myself advantage on the deception because I only have +1 in that.
All right, that makes sense.
That scares me more than. Oh boy.
You should be scared.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, it's a 19. An 18
All right.
plus 1, 19, but it's a complication.
19 with the complication. Totally fine. You are able to get through this lie. Amaram believes you, and he loses a couple of focus. And your complication is that it was pretty mentally taxing on you to do so, and you lose 1 focus because you're not used to lying. You're not a big liar. Farav normally likes to be pretty straight lace, but yeah, emotionally taxing. You lied. Sorry, Farav.
I love Amaram.
Amaram kind of looks at all of you in disgust, and he says, you really have learned pretty much nothing, have you? All of your scurrying around in the war camps like Kremlings, and you come up empty-handed. I guess if I need to learn something, I need to do it myself. You've made an enemy here today. Expect the Sons of Honor to be watching you while you remain in the war camps. And he turns around and kind of huffs off in a huff.
If I may, Bright Lord.
What do you want?
Did you send the men after us earlier today? Like we had a fight as we left the
I know
right
what
as you left
about.
the as you left the creme oven.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks at you, as he had already been doing, and says, yes, and they disappointed me, but you've disappointed me more.
What were
And
their names?
He turns and leaves. He doesn't answer you. He's done talking to you. You've given him no information. He's annoyed.
Okay.
Character
Bye,
arc.
Amaram.
We told him.
As he leaves, Vardah is like, get used to it.
So yeah, Amaram walks off. The guards at the guard post are kind of looking at you as coldly as Amaram was. They don't like how you just treated this Alethi hero. So it's probably best if y'all move on.
Skedaddle.
Well, we should probably go back to the creme oven because Liz wanted to get an update from us. So let's head over there.
Then maybe some evening chowder? What do you, sounds like a good plan to me.
Midnight chowder?
Definitely.
They make evening chowder? I thought it was just breakfast.
Yeah, it's like Whataburger's honey butter chicken biscuit, honey butter chicken chowta.
Could just be breakfast for dinner.
All of these are good ideas. I'm very much in favor.
Nmra obviously provides these again.
For a price.
Vardah is once again not going to eat any.
He
Cool.
thinks about it though.
All right, y'all go back to the creme oven. It's nighttime. It's pretty late now. Not many people walking the streets of the war camps, but the fires of the creme oven still glow as you approach.
I'm approaching. I will move my character into
And
this
in
door.
we go.
All right.
Whee!
Yes.
Ah, you returned in one piece, I see. She says as you walk in.
Yes, absolutely. And your suggestion proved valuable.
Wonderful. So you've learned the location of the honor blade? Do you have it with you?
No, we don't. About that, what the camp thinks is the honor blade, and she gestures to Farav to show the drawing that he has again. Talm says that he does not recognize it. So whatever the camp has that's not it.
Then where is it?
That's not something that we know, though we did swear to Tazo that we would try to find it. And so we'll, keep an eye out. But, I'm curious, even if you learned where the honor blade was, what exactly would you do with it?
Roll a deception test there.
Oh, a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. She believes you that you don't know where it is. I just like to make good on my contracts. So I would help return it to the stone shamans, as we already talked about. I have no use for an honor blade, but
Can I see if she's lying about
Sure.
that?
Yeah, insight test.
Okay. Because I don't know if I believe her.
It's like the most powerful object on the entire planet, and she's like, no big deal.
Yeah, I don't want it.
I'll give it
18.
away.
I don't want a nuclear warhead.
Yeah.
The insight test passes, and she seems pretty genuine. She doesn't seem to have any individual interest in the honor blade.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Weird.
Well, as you've been unable to help me complete this contract, I think our business is complete here.
What
If
about
we need any
Sparks
other...
to say you
You there,
sorry.
the horn eater.
You're not you're not the only one searching for this.
I know.
Okay.
Didn't you have a kerfuffle outside earlier today with others who are looking for it? I hear Amaram
Yes.
is kind of interested.
Yeah, we had the pleasure of meeting him.
Did you? What did he have to say for himself?
He wants to know everything that we know.
And what did you tell him?
Not much.
nothing that made him happy, that is.
He also made mention of the Sons of Honor again.
Yes, well, he loves his little group, doesn't he? Loves to feel powerful. If you give me the specific wording of the conversation between yourself and Amaram, I would be willing to compensate you, of course.
On top of the 100 spheres and Fabrial.
I believe the
Yes, ma'am.
100 spheres were for information that would help me finish this contract. But as you've learned no information, then unfortunately, that is that agreement's null and void. I'm willing to make a lower contribution to your efforts if you do give me a word-for-word recounting of your conversation.
How much lower?
Probably, I'm thinking 40 marks.
50 marks.
50 marks. 50 marks for a conversation that will really just be telling me nothing. Maybe 45.
45 and the crisper Fabrial.
Vardah walks up and whispers in Nmra's ear. There's 6 of us. Even
48.
48, but you have to pay me 10 marks for the crisper Fabrial.
I'll pay from my own bag so it does not impede the rest of the party.
All right. She pulls out a piece of paper and a pen and says, "Go ahead and write it down." And she starts counting out the 48 marks on the counter for you. The crisper Fabrial is already sitting there.
All right. Do you guys want Nmra to write this one out, or does somebody else want to write it out?
Go
I mean,
for
I
it.
know Farav has no skin in the game. He can't read or write.
No, you go for it.
Okay, yeah. Nmra writes it out. And she also adds in a
Yes,
little
with that.
note at the bottom that just says Rathalas.
Okay. Okay. Really? Okay.
Can I ask a
She
quick
wants
question?
that marks, you guys. She doesn't care about you guys. She wants the 100 marks.
Go ahead,
I
Farav.
lied to a bright lord to keep this together and hate it. How dare? Can I quickly ask, is the Fabrial, is that an actual thing that was in the story that I just have no memory of? Or is
No.
that something purely you made up that we just
No.
latched onto?
It was made
No.
up.
Yeah, we made it up yesterday. Or
Okay.
last time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a big hit in the outer markets.
It's gonna help us feed that axe hound.
Yeah. Only eats crispy things.
As do I. It's an air fryer.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it's an air fryer, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking over an air
Yes,
fryer.
yes, it's an air
You should
fryer.
air fry Chouta, you guys.
Oh, I've done that. It's delicious.
Because
This
you
is
guys
the
have
best group ever.
We need to rename our group to the Chouta Walkers.
because
Sorry,
you guys
continue.
because you guys have these crisper Fabrials now, your rations last twice as long. That'll be the gameplay effect of this narrative Fabrial. Yeah, she reads through it as you're writing it, and she says, Rathalas. Interesting. What do you mean by that? It doesn't really appear to be part of the conversation. The blacksmith told Amaram that the honor blade was. Where did you lie and tell him it was, Farav?
Shinovar.
Well,
It
says it
was
was,
heading its way back to Shinovar.
said it was already on its way back to Shinovar.
Well, we may or may not have lied.
To Amaram and to me, I see.
We wanted to make sure, well, I wanted to make sure that you really truly didn't want this.
Hmm.
And
You wound
also,
me. You wound me with your distrust, but
would you have
well-
done anything different if we had asked you for information?
I when I make a contract, as you see, I try to fulfill it.
Yes,
I don't
but
try
we
to
didn't
lie
have
at
a-
the last moment.
But we didn't have anything written down. It was just a verbal agreement. That's not a contract.
Well,
You want a contract? You need it in writing.
I do nothing in writing.
Well,
And she
that
takes
may or may not
she
be your
takes the
problem.
paper that you wrote on, and she burns it in a candle or something. Not a candle. She throws it into one of the furnaces.
One of the
Having
mini
already
ovens
memorized
all around.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to have to make her stand up and walk over to a furnace and throw it in, and then come back and be like, I don't keep anything on paper.
all in one smooth motion.
Yes.
She could just crumble it, eat it.
I eat paper all the time.
It's a good source of fiber, I hear.
In any event, I feel like we were talking about something worth talking about. She says, okay, well, wonderful. I imagine that all of you are going to Rathalas then to try and retrieve the honor blade.
We might.
Well, there's 100
Yes.
marks in it for you if you do. And she puts a large purse on the table. And maybe some more for you when you come back and confirm that the honor blade was delivered safely to Shinovar.
Trying to take a hint from Nmra, be like, we could use some funds for the road. Mind if we reaches out to the gigantic purse?
Yeah, no, she pushes it your direction and
Cool.
says, the Rathalas itself is worth at least 100 marks to me. And there will be more when you confirm that my contract has been completed.
120. There are 6 of us. You cannot divide 100 by 6.
Are you going to be equal partners in this? It seems
course.
like some of you might not be contributing as much as the others.
That'll be for me to deal with later. I mean, some of them do owe
Vardah
me.
pulls his knife out and just stares at her.
Wow.
Farav immediately starts thinking it's him. It's like, oh, I gotta take more things.
And Spark is just looking back and forth like, what is all this? Wow.
Liz looks at that knife and kind of laughs and laughs for a long time. And lazily lifts her hand, and a glittering shard blade eventually coalesces into her hand. Then she lays that on the table and looks again at your knife and says, I can't imagine that little little knife of yours would be of any worry to me. Take the 100 and go.
I'm willing to back away from the shard blades.
Farav is like pulling out his journal. He's like drawing this one.
Vardah's trying to decide how much he wants to try and intimidate her.
I'll do the buddy in the bar thing and try to like shift Vardah out the door. Just be like, come on, man, let's go get some Chouta.
Do I breathe in all the stormlight of the gems she just gave us?
Marissa, what does Koro do in this situation?
No, I won't.
Maybe just 102. That's still divisible by 6. 2 extra?
Fine. 2 extra. She puts 2 more on the table.
Problem solved.
Problem solved. Contract is still not done, though, so I hope to hear from you soon. And
How can we contact you?
she lets the shard blade disappear. Dismisses it. She gives you a specific person to contact in. Is it Tashik, where the Spanreed hub is? Yeah. She gives you a specific person along with the code phrase, and says that's you can let me know through them. Extra payment will only be given if you return back here, however.
Understood. Thank you.
All right.
And Nmra hurries out as well, because that was crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely pass over the pouch to Nmra on the exit and then say, I think you're buying drinks and dinner tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm buying drinks and dinner tonight. I overstepped on that one. I have to pay you guys back for that. So sorry.
To the Ornery Chol, the inn where we started off.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
It's
Back to the
favorite.
Ornery Chol then.
So did we all get spheres from that interaction then?
Yeah. What's 102 divided by 6?
I love that. That was like
17. 17.
beautiful.
Not 20. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm happy to add that to my
Yeah.
pouch.
Everyone gets 17 spheres. Congrats.
Yeah.
I only get 7 because I paid 10 for the crisper Fabrial.
Yeah.
Wait, is that not in addition to the 48?
Yeah. Did we also get the 48?
She gave you 48? Yes, she
Remember-
did give you 48.
So that's
So 25.
Yeah. So I only got 15. Perfect.
Welcome to the Shard of Mathematics.
We're playing with math rocks. That's the game here. Everybody knows it. Wonderful. And so we return to the Ornery Chul for
Turn
the
to Ornery
evening.
Chul for dinner to spend the night. And then you guys get to kind of determine how you want to make your way to Rathalis. You've made some friends in the war camps that you can maybe talk to about maybe some opportunities they have to go that direction, at least. I don't think there's a lot of people headed directly to a completely burned out city. People tend to avoid it. But if you want to ask around the soldiers while you're at the Ornery Chul, or other people, other patrons at the Ornery Chul, or the Tavern Keep, feel free to do so. And
Vardah's
then
Vardah's gonna order his food and go to his room.
Okay. Bye, Vardah. Have a good night. And then I'm
Definitely would have
thinking,
talked to you about becoming a Radiant, but Vardah wants to go to bed. That's all good.
Yep.
and then in the morning before you guys head out, however you want to head out, we can probably do some, if you guys want to buy provisions or anything for this long journey, we can do that as well. But what do you guys do at the Chul?
Yeah, I think what you had mentioned, the barkeep, he served as kind of like a mild friend, not friend, but he gave us some information last time. So in the midst of buying around, I'll just say, hey barkeep, do you know any groups that routinely head northwest towards Old Rathalas?
Towards Old Rathalas? No, I don't know of any groups that head to the city itself, but that's Thanadal's way. So, I know the Kolin have been trying to increase the amount of guards that they have on caravans to and fro the different princedoms. So I don't know. Maybe I'd ask them to see if they need any guards on any of those caravans, or actually, have you met Brightness Batani?
Batani, I have not. Though maybe some of my companions have. Who is she?
Anyways, she's a clerk here in the Kolin camp, and I hear that she was going to be going up kind of an unscheduled trip up to Thanadal's war camp. She was leaving in the morning, and she was asking around if anyone was able to be her bodyguards on the way up. She fortunately didn't find many people. Most of the soldiers here were on duty, and they had duty tomorrow and for the next couple of weeks. So maybe I'd talk to her. She seemed like she was willing to pay too.
Excellent. I have been a hired guard before, so I appreciate the information. Your spheres for the drinks, the round of drinks that I purchased, and I go back to the group and say to them, the barkeep mentioned this Brightness Batani, who needs some hired muscle and is going towards, maybe not to the city, but going in the direction of Rathalas. And also say, Spark or Farav, we could ask, I forgot his name, the nice one, the captain that we came in with.
Borden.
Yes, Borden,
Yeah.
Thank you. We could always ask him for some information. It sounds like there's always soldiers on the road in that direction. What do you guys think we should do as I push over their drinks?
The moment you bring up going with the Kolins, that's all that Farav wants to do.
Okay.
That is his choice.
Maybe before checking in with Tori for the evening, excuse me, that doesn't make any sense. Tyler's cutting. Tyler's going to drop back in right now. Yeah, maybe in the morning you could check with Borden and see if he has any suggestions.
I can do that. I would be very happy to do that. But if we all want to go a different way, we could also do that.
Krishna.
Does Nmra know if Babsk is heading out at any point during this? And if so,
no, Babsk was going to be in the war camps for a while, was your understanding. He had a number of contacts to renew. He had plenty of people to schmooze. And so he was going to be, this is the hub of economy here in the in Eastern Roshar right now. So he was going to stay for at least a couple of weeks before he headed out on his next, merchant journey.
Okay.
So if you want to go check in with him, he's still around.
Yeah, I should probably go check in with him at some point, but I was hoping to see if he was going out, like which way he was going. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that might be another possibility. So checking in with him in the morning would be good as well. And I'm just going to put a moratorium on raising your hand. Just talk. If you have a question to ask, just say it. Farav, you have a question?
Farav would like to ask Nmra, because he does not drink, so he's like, hey, can I see the Fabrial thing? And he would like to take it apart, analyze it, see how all the pieces go together. And start
take it apart.
I'll put it back together.
Take it apart. Are you an Artifabrian? And I just don't know it?
I've done a few things.
Is Tori an Artifabrian and I just don't know it? Because if so, no, you cannot take it apart.
Oh.
I spent 10 very good spheres for it. If you want to take it apart, you will have to pay me 25 spheres for it.
That does not even seem remotely fair. Maybe I just...
Oh, it does, because I really don't think you can put it back together. So that means I will be out 10 spheres, and then we don't have a CRISPR Fabrial to feed our beloved Axehound pup.
Okay, how about...
She's right. 10 to take it apart, 10 to put it back together, and 5 for collateral damage.
Okay, first of all, how dare you insult Farav's crafting ability?
Sorry, out of character. You are a blacksmith. That does not equate to Artifabrian.
Who's got an expertise in equipment crafting?
This is Fabrial work.
This is equipment. Okay, I would like
somebody rules lawyer here. Somebody tell me. I feel like I'm in the right here. You're not getting it.
Equipment crafting expertise does not cover Fabrials. Fabrial expertise covers Fabrials.
Okay, well.
Nmra laughs in your face. Nmra laughs.
Farav will pull out the 25, and he's like, if I can put it back together perfectly, I get this back.
Oh.
Not only do you get it back, you can keep the CRISPR Fabrial, and you can feed the Axehound pup. Yeah, I'll give it back to you. And this is collateral.
I am perfectly happy to.
Crafting test and raise the stakes. Crafting test and raise the stakes.
Do it.
I was more than
I know Farav is not drinking, but cheers to Nmra. Oh no!
And of course, that's a 2+. It's a +6, so that's a.
Oh no!
Okay, I got 2.
It just crumbles as he takes it apart.
No, he is able to take it apart, Farav, and you do learn a little bit about its construction as you take it apart. I'm gonna have the complication be that the gem that was powering it, you butterfinger it falls onto the stone floor and cracks, releasing some stormlight. And a little flame spread that goes and joins the fire in the hearth.
Nmra looks down at the cracked gem, and she looks back at Farav, and then back down at the cracked sphere, and back up at Farav, and making eye contact with Farav, just one by one puts the spheres into her bag.
Well, I still get the thing, so I'm kind of happy about that.
Perfect. Be like, it seems everybody got what they want, and
Not poor,
Keep her flipping confident.
not poor Koro.
oh,
This little boy's gonna starve.
I think
Farav is going to spend all night fixing this thing.
Dinner and a show.
yes,
This is great.
exactly. To Spark, to Risha, and to Nmra.
This was going to be a whole. This was going to be.
You guys want another round of drinks because
he could fix
Do you want another
it,
round
and
of
he
drinks
could,
because
like, say,
Farav's
"Hey, I'll
paying for
make
it."
these," and you can sell them.
Farav's painful. On Farav. Thank you, Nmra.
This was going to be a feast.
Farav, if you if you want to spend the evening, I'll say that you're able to put it back together. You'd still need to get the correct gem though, or you can kind of during the night jingle all the way it and probably be able to find another CRISPR somewhere that someone's willing to sell this late for 15.
See, Farav is definitely going to just work on this until it works.
Okay.
We will see Farav
Yes.
when this is done and fixed.
And if you were to fall asleep and it's still not working, Tori might jingle all the way it, unbeknownst to him.
Tori is our Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Chapter 7 of Stonewalkers. You guys have got the honor blade. You guys have got it to Shinovar, and Farav is still working away on putting this CRISPR back together.
Okay,
Whoever
so-
made this thing was a moron. Why is this going into here?
Farav, go ahead and give yourself a goal of putting the
Nice.
of fixing the CRISPR, and I think that the reward that you'll be able to get out of that is some Fabrial expertise, so that you don't have to have that argument with Nmra again. And give yourself one point towards that goal, as you're going to be working on it all night. Also, you will be exhausted -1.
So I'll say to the group, as I'm assuming like Farav kind of is already completely focused on putting the thing back together. Why don't we speak to Batani and Borden tomorrow, and we can kind of make plans with one of them to head out towards Rathalas, if that sounds good to you. Risha, what say you?
She says that she thinks, she's like, I think that's a good plan. Let's meet back in the morning and go talk.
Cool. All right. Anything else anyone wants to do tonight? Nmra wanted to go talk to. Are you going back to Babs tonight, or are you going to go talk to him in the morning?
In the morning,
He's a night Kremling.
Oh, then
Night chicken.
Would Vardah have heard the interaction going on downstairs and understood what was happening? No. Okay.
He's flat
I mean,
against the floor.
I mean, yeah, if you were like actually like on the stairs listening, like a 5-year-old after bedtime, like yes, but if you were up in your room eating, like no, you wouldn't have heard what they were going on. Okay.
Don't worry, Nmra will inform you tomorrow.
He would have heard the one sound of the Fabrial piece just clinking to the floor, and he's like, "Oh no."
Yeah. Make sure Nmra informs Vardah of what happened.
Yeah, Spark will be telling this story and laughing about it for
Nmra will tell Vardah with she'll just make her eyes really big and water, and she'll go, Farav bullied me last night, Vardah.
You come back. He's got some pretty nice accommodations, which he doesn't really share with you. He doesn't let you share in the luxury, but he's living in the lap of it. And he goes, you finally come home, huh?
Yeah,
Gallivanting through the war camps, I hear.
Whatever you heard, it's probably only a fraction of the truth. But yes, I'm back for maybe a few minutes.
Good?
I have my.
You're back for good?
No, I have to get my things. I'm leaving for Rathalas tomorrow.
You're leaving? Why? What are you leaving for? We're in the middle of some really good stuff, Nmra. Let me tell you, we're gonna make a couple of banks on this one.
She drops her very heavy, well, not super heavy, but she drops her bag of spheres and she's like, this is what I got on my own.
Wow. I'm actually kind of impressed. You've been learning well. So you're saying you want to spread your wings and fly a bit, huh?
Like a Rosharan chicken.
We just say chicken on Roshar here.
You told me that when you found me that we would go find my brother. It's been years.
Well, and we've gone all across the world. We haven't found him. It's not my fault.
No, but you said this would be a better opportunity. And it wasn't. I'm making a better opportunity for myself now.
I suppose I can't fault you that. I'm not going to give you any severance.
I wasn't going to ask for it.
Good.
You should meet the chumps that I've fooled into joining me. They owe me quite a lot.
I bet you have them wrapped around your little finger.
Just a little bit.
Oh, good. Anyways, well, good luck to you, and you won't be able to stay here tonight. Our relationship has ended effective immediately. Business-wise, I still hope that you, mercantilely do well, and I'd like to see you as a competitor someday, Nmra.
One can only hope. And she just grabs her things and walks out.
Oh, before you go, letter came for you. Over there on the counter. And it's a small package with a letter on top.
It says from brother in.
She goes over and she picks it up. You haven't opened this and read it, have you?
Opened it? No, look, it's sealed. I haven't opened anything.
Yes, but I've seen you reseal envelopes before.
Well,
Babsk.
No, I haven't read anything. It's your own personal private business.
Of course. And she goes ahead to open it and read it.
Right. And it contains that which I DM'd you about earlier, and
yes.
We will not be sharing with the rest of the group right now.
No, we won't.
But Nmra can if she wants to at any moment. Cool. Vardah, did you want to, I don't know, did you want to mess around with stuff on camera, or are you just,
does he accidentally wear a hole in the floor from his practicing? So that part's not a secret to the rest of the group. Part of the reason I went to my room was to play around with some of the new things available to me, and so like changing tension and cohesion and material.
No, I will say that you fray the blanket maybe on the bed a little bit. I won't say that there's no holes in any doors.
I was thinking it'd be funny, like accidentally change the cohesion of the floor and fall through.
If you want to do that, sure.
No, there's nothing really that I want to do.
Cool. Great. All right, you guys spend the evening, and I guess you get back together in the morning, ready to find a way to get to Rathalas.
Also, very quickly in the morning, could Nmra have gone back to the Devatary, exchanged the book back for the Venth's dagger?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I wish you didn't do that, but that's fine.
Ooh. Never mind. I take it back. I don't do that.
Okay. Shansan is just sitting in the Devatary saying, I wonder if she's going to come back.
I do go back to the Demetary to give her a little update on what we found so far, but like take out a lot of like the really juicy bits.
Okay. All right. Good. Well, yeah, Shansan makes a note of the dry bits that you gave her. And yeah. All right. Where do you guys want to go next? You want to outfit yourselves a little bit? You want to find either a bodyguard position or something to head up there? Who are you going to talk to?
Yeah, I think I don't feel like we need to do this necessarily like on camera or RP this, but I'm happy to pay Farav to kind of like outfit myself. I'm still wearing kind of scrubs from my prisoner days. And so I'd be happy just to get some new equipment, but it's all basic stuff. And I'll just, Farav and I will agree to a price that I will either need to take out a loan from Nmra or pay him before we take off. And
okay, cool. Yeah, I agree. We don't have to do that on camera, and we can handle that.
Yeah. But in terms of, Farav's like, this is my dream. No, I think we do need to go talk to Borden.
And with the shopping at Farav, Spark's gonna need a dagger too.
Okay. All right. Yeah, between this episode and the next, you guys can figure out all the stuff that you guys are going to be buying from Farav, etc.
Does Nmra tell Vardah about the Fabrial?
Oh yeah. Over breakfast Chouta once again.
Farav is not at breakfast Chouta. Then Farav is still working on this stupid piece of.
Oh, that's
tech.
why she's saying it. Vardah comes down and she's like, "Oh, you notice we're missing someone? Let me tell you what just happened last night."
I would like to retcon. The reason the thing fell is because of Farav's broken wrist, and he eagerly tried to do it, and then he remembered, oh, I'm in pain, and that's why he dropped it.
Nmra leaves that out of the retelling. She makes you look as incompetent as she can.
In her story, I'm trying to use my leg to get pieces out. It's a screwdriver.
As you guys are headed to Borden, a group of kind of, I don't know, 10-year-olds, 9-year-olds or 10-year-olds, like 5 or 6 of them come up to you. They're wearing the same uniform, and you see that there's a concerned like parent or supervisor or chaperone or something off on the kind of in watching them from a little bit of a distance, and they come up and they say, "Excuse me, we're Chicken Scouts, and we're trying to raise some spheres for our camp that we're going on. Would you be willing to buy to give us some spheres to donate for us? We're trying to learn self-reliance, and that sometimes it's better. The journey is more important than the destination."
We're trying to learn self-reliance by asking other people to support us.
Yeah, do you have any cookies for sale?
Yeah, what are you selling?
Well,
We're not selling anything. We're just
Nmra.
You have a
Nmra
spare
gets down on
spear
their.
or two?
Nmra gets down on their level, which not that far to go, and she's like, "Give me a good reason. You gotta sell me here. You gotta." If you want to make money, you gotta be more confident at what you're doing right now. So start again and try a little bit harder. You got this. If you can convince me, I'll give you some spheres.
Okay. One of the other Chicken Scouts comes forward and looks a little bit more confident and says, "We're Chicken Scouts, and we are going to go on a camp. And we're going out into the Shattered Plains to find ancient secrets. Invest in our expedition, and we will tell you all of the ancient secrets that we learn."
Yeah, see, there you go.
I'm convinced. I give this fist bump to this dude and this little dude, and I'll give them 5 spheres.
Wow, thanks. What color are your eyes? You're not a bright lord.
No, I'm not a bright lord. Or bright eye.
Sir? Thanks, sir.
Jeepers, mister.
Yeah, thanks, mister. This is the most that we've gotten from anyone today. Wow! They all look at the 5 spheres and they're super happy.
Keep up the energy, kid.
Oh, if you want to make more spheres, go to the Fabrial camp and go look for my Babsk. And do not leave him alone until he gives you spheres.
Fabrial. Babsk. Where can we find him?
And do they have like a map or anything?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I just draw it on the map and I'm like, go there.
All right.
He's you can't miss him. He's an old guy. He's kind of mean, but don't let that bother you. Just keep being really confident. He'll pay, I promise.
Okay.
Tell them that Nmra sent you.
Nmra. Okay. All right.
Does Nmra give them any money? Because she said she would if they.
Oh yeah, she
made a good
gives
pitch.
them. She also gives them 5 marks. That was a good pitch.
Wow. Okay. They're
And
super.
Spark will just. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Spark-
If you're giving more money.
Yeah, she'll just reach in her pouch and grab a handful. She doesn't count it out and just.
I love it.
And not
Okay.
like a big handful, but she grabs
Yeah.
a couple and doesn't count them out. And she's like, "Yeah, that was great."
Great. They put their little bag of spheres up to Risha. Please.
Risha reaches out and drops 3 spheres into their bag.
Okay. And they also spend a long time just loving Koro. They all want to pet it. And eventually they run back to the chaperoning human or adult. Of course it's a human. The chaperoning adult, and they're all excited and yay, we got so many spheres, and they pat him on the head and stuff, and then they continue on as they go about trying to raise money for their expedition into ancient secrets.
Scott, I was a Boy Scout. I sold popcorn outside of Walmart just like this. The trick is to say half off for double the price.
What? Half
trick
off
is-
for double the price?
Yes. It'll either trick them into thinking you're giving them a deal, or they'll laugh and they'll be more interested.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so to Borden, the person can
Well,
actually.
On to Borden.
Real quick,
Oh, okay.
Vardah is going to use that event as an opportunity to sneak away from the party.
Oh, all right. Go ahead and roll a stealth then.
Okay.
With advantage. I'll give you advantage.
With advantage. Where
Yeah.
did my character token go?
Nice.
17.
17. All right. Does anyone have a physical defense higher than 17? Yeah, I don't think so. All right.
Sweet.
You successfully sneak away.
Bye, Vardah. Hope you find your dad.
I'll find something. It won't be my dad, but I'll find something.
All right.
Can
Cool.
I propose something again?
Yeah.
Since Farav did not go to breakfast, Chouta, he's now coming, so I was going to have him just join up after you guys dealt with the chicken scouts. Is there a chance he finds Vardah first, and he just goes with Vardah to sort of make it a twofer?
Always wanted to follow people.
I don't
Go
want to split the party into one person.
go ahead and roll something appropriate. I don't know. I think it would probably just be like a perception if you just happen to see him as you're walking by.
Okay. Perception is going to be hello, 16, 14 plus 2.
16. That is, yeah. Vardah, he notices you, and he attaches himself onto you.
Not getting rid of me that easily.
Are you gonna try and give him the slip again, or are you gonna punch him and run away? What do you? Are you just gonna be like,
I'm gonna
fine?
ignore the fact that he's there.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, oh, you're following me. Okay, whatever.
All right, cool. We're gonna go to Borden though, and talk to our man, the Big B, as he's known around the war camps.
Unfortunately.
He's really been telling them not to. After asking around a little bit, you find him in between appointments as he's rushing about doing important Borden stuff. He finds you and says, if it isn't my favorite group from the caravan, how are y'all doing?
It's been an eventful couple of days, but we're actually planning on leaving again. We're headed out.
Really?
Yeah, to what'd you say?
That's a shame.
Thanadal's Princeton.
Oh, okay. Actually, could I ask you a favor?
Yeah, of course.
I've got a patrol headed up that way, but I think we need a couple more people who can handle themselves. And you know, all of you have proven that you can handle yourselves, and I think if it's okay with you, we'll supply horses and everything. If you're headed up that direction, I'd like to hire you.
Yeah, I usually let Nmra handle our business negotiations, but that sounds pretty good to me. All right, I think we might need to, drop off before we actually get deep into Thanadal's territory. As long as you're okay with that, then that would be good.
That's totally fine. Thanadal has his own patrols within his territory. It's just mainly through the unclaimed hills. Mainly through the unclaimed hills that will need the guards anyways. So if you drop off earlier, that's totally fine. I was thinking maybe 25 marks each.
Glances at Risha and Spark, and then at Nmra.
Nmra is like in the back, just pointing up. She's like, higher.
Right. It's dangerous because of the guards that you need, and I think it's probably worth 30 marks apiece. What do you say?
All right, friend. He claps you on the shoulder and he says, 30 it is.
And I'm gonna turn around and I'm just be so happy with myself.
Nmra's standing in the back like.
Spark's like, it's divisible by 30 or by 6.
No, that's each. 30 each.
He said each.
Oh, yes. Okay.
It's divisible by 1. So.
Yes, exactly.
30 by 30.
Yeah, Borden says, they will be leaving mid-morning, so maybe in an hour or two. But they'll be at the staging grounds, and he gives you all the information of when and where to meet. To do it, and he thanks you profusely, and takes you very quickly to some of the office areas and gets you guys paid through the bursar. He pays you up front. He knows that you're good for it. So
amazing.
So everyone gets 30 marks.
Noticed that Vardah is gone at this point?
Yeah, I would say you if you didn't notice before, you noticed when you found Borden, and he probably asked and said, weren't there 6 of you? I only see 4 of you here now.
Yeah,
we'll meet up with them before heading out, and definitely take their money. Nmra will hold on to that.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here's here's the 60 for them.
5 if you count the dog.
We're going to have
Dog
to start
doesn't-
counting the dog eventually.
No, Axehound is not. It's not a dog. It is an Axehound.
Move. I'm gonna, head back, and I'll just say like, there's some shopping that I need to do. Give me some proper clothes, proper uniform, and I'll meet you guys up at the front mid-morning. And Tylin's gonna slip away.
Cool. Is there anything that anyone else wants to do? I think we're pretty dang close to leaving the war camp, so I'm gonna call, last call.
just a dagger for Spark.
All right.
Short knife.
Risha would like to get some equipment for Koro. Like, she's gonna try and pack like some extra food and rations, maybe something like treats for training and some things like that.
Okay. One of those little doggy harnesses that,
Yeah.
it can pack its own food.
Yes, exactly.
Farav's going 2 nights without sleep.
You're not sleeping tonight. Well, you are sleeping tonight, but you're leaving before you sleep. 0 sleeps before you leave. You're leaving today.
Vardah is gonna try and find some bird seed. I don't know. What do they use on Roshar for chickens?
The chicken is just fine. The chicken will find its own food.
Some
Cool.
worms, or
Little kremlins.
Yeah.
It's gonna go find
Is
some
that
tiny
all?
kremlins.
Is that all me and Vardah are doing? Just looking at bird seed?
Yes, that's why
You
I
thought there was
snuck
going to be something interesting. He just needed some birds.
Yeah.
Nmra, I think, is also going to go get some like basic equipment, maybe some basic armor, some more vials of poison because she's all out.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
It's a quick shopping adventure and then meet up with everyone. Sounds great to me.
Sounds good. All right, we will take care of everyone's shopping after the episode's over. But let's continue on. Yeah, cool. So you guys all meet up and you head out with this colon patrol.
Did we just not go and ask Brightness Batani? Like,
Correct.
we just ignore that.
Yeah,
Yep.
you went
Okay.
to Borden instead. There were multiple people you could have asked to see if you could join up with them, but Tanya was one. She wouldn't have paid you as well, I'll say that. So those colon pockets, you know what I mean? Run
Yeah.
deep.
All right, good to know.
Yep.
As we meet up, I walk over to Nmra and hand her a new CRISPR Fabrial that I purchased.
No way!
And Farav is very
Nmra-
grumpy. Because he watched as Vardah bought it and he's like, son of a biscuit, I know exactly what he's doing.
Nimra's
Vardah
eyes light up, and she's like, "Oh my god, this is such a sweet gesture, Vardah. Thank you so much." And she immediately uses one of its charges to crisp up some, I don't know, leftover breakfast chouta and feeds it to Koro.
Nice.
But yeah, so Vardah did it kind of passively, just like hand it to her and walk away, kind of thing. Like, meh.
Yeah, Nmra will remember this.
And Spark's gonna elbow Farav and say, "This one works."
Farav's
This is
Savage.
great.
so will mine.
And continue.
This is actually going to
Take down
start
everybody's
Farav down the
brains.
path to becoming the planet's greatest artifact. By the end of this campaign, he's going to be just making devices nobody's ever heard of. They'll never doubt my skills again.
I love that for him. I love that for him.
We all need
Let
a
this
growth
be your
arc.
let this be your character arc for us.
Farav's going to take down like everybody's orders. It's like, okay, you want a dagger, you want armor. Does everybody want uniform? We could all do color matching uniforms.
Nmra definitely takes you up on color matching. That sounds awesome.
Goes back to his place and I guess brings out all the equipment we want. He's got his own bag of stuff. He's like, I'm ready. He's got bags under his eyes. He's got the
But he's ready.
Fabrial in his backpack, but he's ready.
Nice. Okay. And we're ready to leave?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. All right. Has everyone ridden a horse before? If you haven't ridden a horse before, go ahead and roll a either survival or athletics test for me.
I think Farav has, but not since he lost his leg, so it might be a bit difficult for him. So I'm gonna roll.
I think it's probably a no for
nice.
Spark.
I think Nmra has, but I think like a pony,
Yeah.
not a horse.
Yeah. Oh,
pretty good.
A A pony's fine, I think. You know.
Okay.
Did we all roll?
Yeah, no
no,
one's
no.
ridden a horse
Yeah.
before. Cool.
Sparks was
So
not great.
Spark, only Spark. When we get to the next scene, you will be exhausted -1,
Okay.
which
Saddle
means you
sore.
just have a -1 on any skill tests.
Okay.
Until you do a long rest in a non-exhausting place. Cool. Yeah, it's a pretty long distance through the unclaimed hills, but you are with a group flying the Colon Blue. Not many people are going to argue with you or come and try and attack you, so you guys are pretty fine there. Journey takes about 20 days. It's a pretty boring journey. I don't know if you guys have anything specific that you want to role play during this journey. If not, we can kind of skip ahead to when you say goodbye to the Colons and veer off towards the towards Rathalas.
Can I throw out? So this is like a montage, 20 days. It's like got the cowboys. It's got the horses galloping. Everybody gets one montage thing they can add of one thing from each character of what they do during the montage. And that could be our little role play.
All right.
Vardah, do you want to play tic-tac-toe? Fine.
No.
That's all I got.
The entire 20 days, Nmra keeps trying to get Vardah to play tic-tac-toe, and Vardah
Yeah.
keeps saying no. Okay.
Yeah, Spark doesn't. I don't think that Spark does anything specific other than trying to get to know the rest of the party better.
Sounds good. Risha, I will say that the Axe Hound is being well fed thanks to the CRISPR and the extra food that you got it. And so it's growing a little bit. It's still it's not a juvenile anymore, but maybe it's an adolescent Axe Hound now.
Also, I do hand over the new working CRISPR to Risha because it's for her and Koro anyways, so
Yeah.
it's no longer in Nmra's possession.
Cool. Tylin, how are you passing the time in your new duds?
Yeah, I think that I'm going to, during the day or during any kind of like break for camp at the end of the night, I'm going to be really interested in the book that Nmra and I got previously, The Words of Radiance.
Mhm.
And so I would say just studying. I'm going to be studying that book.
Okay.
And just like every night, kind of like flipping through all the pages, reading and wanting to, find out what's going on a little bit with Vardah. I'd be open to asking Vardah questions, but if they kind of all in the same way, then we don't necessarily need to go down that route. But yeah, I would be like, Vardah, what's been happening to you since we met with Tom?
Surges. That's all he says. Surges.
And I'll, flip through the book and just be like, do any of these call out to you? And just like one by one, like go through the pages for the different, not surges, but radiance.
Orders.
Yeah, the orders, exactly. And I'll just like flip a page, look at Vardah, flip a page, look at Vardah.
I think realistically he would not interact without more persuasion. It would take more to get him to actually open up about it.
Okay. I don't know. I certainly don't have persuasion skills in any way, so I would just, try to be open to the conversation a couple of times, but not going to continually press it.
Yeah, so he'd probably mostly ignore you.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, and throughout throughout the 20 days, she will continue trying to get him to talk and probably pester him a little bit. Actually, it's probably going to be a little annoying. She just wants to be friends.
And he's going to move his horse away every time.
I think also Nmra takes this time to talk to Risha and Spark and be like, so why don't you guys wear safe hands? Is it better without safe hands? Should I keep wearing this glove? And she tries taking off the glove for all of like 2 minutes, and then she's like, no, I don't like this. And she puts it back on. She's like, that's weird.
And Sparkle say something like, I mean, why must it be safe? What is wrong with it?
I don't know. And she's like staring down at her gloved hand in confusion. She's like, this is just what we do, I guess.
Yeah. And Sparkle put up both hands and see it's just
Risha says, I tried a glove once. Didn't like it.
Interesting. And she scribbles notes into her little notebook furiously, but ultimately keeps the glove on.
Nice. Going back, I will say that as you are looking through the book, Tylin, every so often, maybe you do it every night or something, you are often joined by that spread that you've been seeing. And I will give you another little pip on your goal for Speak the First Ideal.
Cool. And if we can, one night around the fire, just like checking in with everyone, having a grand old time, and I'll be like, Risha, your Axehound, how are they handling the travels?
He is getting used to it. He keeps up. He's learning a lot.
And what about you? You're from the Reshi Isles, right? That's where my father's from as well.
Oh.
How have you?
Yes, I grew up in the Isles. I didn't leave till I was, I think, 18.
Yeah, he's told me before that you live on massive isles that sometimes move around the sea. Is that true?
Yes, some of the Isles they do move. It is something to experience.
It certainly sounds amazing, and I myself, I've never been to any of the Reshi Isles, but friends, let me tell you about the best city on all of Rishar, because I was born in Cassator, far to the northwest from here. Cassator is a city on a bay where ships come from all across the planet to trade. It is a glorious sight to see. We have people from all around the world. I've met those from the Reshi Isles and Shinovar, Makabaki. It's much warmer than it is here. In fact, I think even the coldest nights in Cassator are nowhere near the coldness that we felt out here. And the high storms, well, they're barely storms. They're not even comparable to what we've already had to survive. But I think that the most incredible thing about Cassator is the protector of our city called Kusakech, a spren that comes out of the ocean every day in the morning, and people come from miles around to watch as it emerges and looks out over the city. It's truly a remarkable place.
Spark is listening intently to all of this, the stories about the Reshiel, the stories about, yeah, she's...
I grew up near the water too. You know, my brother Tim Locken and I, we grew up in Clina in Thelina, and he would work on the boats, and I would just walk over and watch him every day. Oh, I miss the ocean. I miss the ships.
I was never much of a sailor myself, but the ocean, yeah, I miss it a lot. There's this salty scent, and I loved, watching the sun set on the ocean. It kind of like sparkles off the water. It's not something that I've seen in a really long time. In fact, in Cassator, along the shore, there's a boardwalk. And I remember, most mornings my mom and I would and he gets caught up and then kind of abruptly stands and is like, actually, I'm feeling kind of tired. I'm gonna go to bed. And he like walks away from the fire. And I think that if you were to look closely, it would be like he was walking into darkness, and he was just kind of like consumed by darkness as he called it quits for that particular evening, and just like curls up in his little bedroll.
Next to you in your bedroll, you do see your prismatic Spren friend there with you, and you can kind of feel a little bit of feelings of comfort coming from it throughout the night.
Sparkle pause a minute at that, and noticing the emotion, and she'll try to lighten the mood a little bit and say, memories of home, they can hit us hard. And then she'll launch into a story about her brother Taka, and it'll be about his brain was always 3 steps ahead and maybe just 1 step sideways. One time he tried to train a snowflake, held it on his finger, whispered lessons to it until it melted, and he cried and said it wasn't ready for this world yet. And I laughed so hard I cried with him. But and she'll just look back with fond memories of Taka and all the things he did, and family.
I've never seen the snow. I grew up in a smaller village. I had 2 friends, Nakal and Rishim, and we were all sort of young and together. And one day, Dalinar came through, and it sort of caught my eye. Rishim was a son of a blacksmith, and he was always making us toys to play with. And when I finally got to go serve as I wanted to, I had an accident and I lost my leg. But things got a bit bad from there. And it was thanks to Nakal and Rishim that I was able to fix myself and help myself. And I haven't seen either of them for a while. Rishim is missing. I think Nakal's with Brightness Batara, helping her and her friends doing things. But he's in contact with Tori, and they do some notes every once in a while. But I miss my friends. I miss being that young. The child that we were.
What about you, Vardah? What was home like?
Vardah just sits there in silence for a moment, and then without looking at anybody, just still looking ahead. He says, storms are life. Storms are death. That's it.
After that, the rest of you kind of filter away to your own bedrolls, having learned a little bit more about each other. You wake up the next day. You're exhausted. -1 is gone. Spark, and everyone feels a little bit. Anyone who was exhausted is not exhausted anymore. You feel little bit more cohesive as a group as you head towards Rathalos. And I think we will stop there for this session, for this episode. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and excited for next episode when we get to Rathalos and see exactly what secrets it holds. For those of us here at the Shard of Opportunity, though, Canonwalkers, we are signing off.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
What a classic Canonwalkers episode that was, huh? Vardah was doing Vardah things, Nmra doing Nmra things, Farav doing Farav things. You know, there was peril, there was joy, there were tender moments where we got to know each other a little bit better. There were CRISPR Fabrials. There were chicken scouts, which no, are not actually in the Stonewalker adventure. So don't tell Brotherwise. Don't tell. But next time we're headed to Rathalos. Well, we're already headed to Rathalos. Next time they're gonna get to Rathalos. Let's see what happens. Will they be able to find the Honor Blade? Will they just waltz on in and pick the thing up and go back to Shinovar and say, here it is? Or will things, as always, be a little bit more complicated than that? Remember, Radiance, as always, journey before destination. Join us next week here on the channel for an episode of the Loose Cannons, and we will see you in a couple of weeks.